Well, hi guys, I hope you're all good, fit and well. You join me in the man cave. This is my place of peace, happiness, stability I suppose as well, but this is where I get all my kit ready. All my rigs are prepped here, all my kit is sorted out, everything is primed and finely tuned, ready for any session that I sort of head out on. Of course, we're in middle of lockdown at the moment, lockdown number 3. It's middle of January, it's cold, it's wet, it's minging, but at least we can go fishing this time as well. Thanks to the hard work of the Angling Trust, this time we can go fishing. Might only be for days only, but at least we can go and wet a line and go and hunt some carp. And that's my plan between sort of now and when the lockdown is lifted, or whenever we're out to go night fishing again. I'm going to be filming these sort of short day session pieces, sort of putting it together into a short film in the hope I can show you some carp for the cameras as well. Christmas week I had an absolute wicked session just a few weeks back, and fished in some horrible weather, proper minging weather, but we had a really good result, caught some belting fish. So what I'm going to do, once I get to the lake tomorrow and everything's sorted, the rods are out and all the rest of it, I'll sit down with the brew and bring you up to date with what happened on that session and show you some of the fish that we caught. As ever, I'm going to have my partner in crime with me. Henry the Hound will be in tow. He is currently, I imagine, in the front room at the moment, living it up like a king, chilling out on the couch with not a care in the world. But yeah, he will be in tow with me tomorrow, of course. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting going and hopefully getting the first carp of 2021 under my belt. So everything's prepped. I'm going to finish sort of sorting the last bits and pieces out now. Join me bright and early tomorrow morning. Welcome to Carp Files and welcome to lockdown, dawn until dusk. Well, good morning guys, and we are at the lake. The rods are out and we've got underway our first session of 2021. We've got probably about 7 hours of daylight left, so but that's your typical January session, and of course we're only allowed to do days during this lockdown, but we're behind the rods. That's the main thing, and if there's a line in the water there's a chance of a fish. It's been mega cold. This place was completely iced up yesterday. We had some big winds in the night, a few degrees warmer. It's about 5 degrees at the moment, and the ice has moved and melted, and we've got some wobbly water again. Of course, as I said, the hound is here, and you mate, you enjoying yourself, aren't you? You're happy to be here, better than being at home, aren't you? He's got a day supply of his bonios just to my left here, so he's happy. But in terms of the fishing, again, I've just plonked myself middle of the lake. Like I say, turning up first light, trying to look for shows. I did have a quick walk about, but obviously didn't see anything, and obviously because we've got limited hours or limited light, I wanted to get the rods in as soon as possible. Didn't have much to go on, so I've plonked myself centre of the lake, spread the rods out in the hope we can sort of locate where these fish are holding up. What I'm going to probably do is I'm going to have one roaming rod. I've pinged a bit of bait out, not much via the old throwing stick, but I'm going to have one rod which I'll sort of roam every sort of hour and a half. I'll just keep pinging it in different areas, see if we can locate them and get a quick bite. That's what we're going to do for this day session. In terms terms of sort of bring you up to date with what's been happening over the last sort of, I suppose, 6 months, I suppose. Sort of 2020 was a very barren year for my own angling. Like I say, with all those lockdowns and restrictions through 2020 because of COVID, my own angling, I didn't really get sort of my teeth into it as such. I managed, what did we do? We did, of course, we did the boathouse tour. Really enjoyed the time at the boathouse. An absolutely fantastic venue. Had some beautiful, beautiful fish, and I know that place is due to open spring this year. I know they're pretty packed out with bookings already. Speaking to Alex, he said the phone has been red hot, and yeah, they've done some absolutely amazing work. Even since I sort of last filmed there, that was October time. Just in the sort of last 4 months or so, they have really, really been working hard and getting it ready for their sort of spring opening. After that, we went to Bell's Mill Fishery, did a little tour around there as well, managed one of the residents, and yeah, but again, all these sort of tours are not my own personal angling. I did get out to the iconic Birch Grove in between those two sessions for a couple of nights with a good mate of mine, and I was lucky enough to land one of the residents. Check this fish out. That is an absolute belter, really happy. It was just nice to catch one from Birch Grove. It's a venue I've sort of passed so many times over the years, driving past and sort of looking over the edge, and to finally get a chance to sort of flick a line in there and catch, I was absolutely over the moon. It's a fantastic, beautiful venue which anyone can fish. You know, you can log on to Carp Waters UK and you can book the whole place out for you and a group of mates, so we're definitely worth visiting. Since then, again, more lockdowns in November, so more restrictions. The last time I got out after that, I managed a couple of nights here when I had a lovely few fish. We did like a carp files competition on one, or guess the weight of a beautiful one, that scaly one there. I followed that up with a lovely zip linear and a 27 pounder as well. So those are the three fish from that session. After that, it was sort of Christmas week. I got out sort of after Christmas, persuaded my wife to come with me as well. She braved the cold. It was cold. It got down to in the minuses, but she was on hand to take photos on that, because we had a really good session. I plonked myself in a swim at the top end of the lake, put a bit of bait out as well, and yeah, the fish just turned up. Right guys, a bit of a result tonight. This wicked mirror at 33, 4 ounces. Hang on, calm down sunshine. But have a look at that absolute beast. That is a result. Oh my word. Just in between Christmas and New Year, I'm on a session. I'm out. My wife has joined me on this one as well. She's braving the cold. We've got a load of snow coming in tomorrow morning, -2s and 3s. So I've got the hound with us and my wife, and we've been greeted with this absolute beastie of a mirror, 33.4. What an absolutely wicked, wicked creature that is. Amazing. Right, I'm going to show you the other side of her, and then we've got another one to show you. I haven't weighed him yet, but it's a very close 30. But yeah, over the moon with this one. Oh, there's the other side. Oh, that is amazing. What an amazing, amazing fish. Absolutely over the moon. Oh, thank you so much. Yes. Guys, so just put back that awesome looking 33, and my word, this one's just gone 27.6, and probably one of the prettiest fish I've ever caught. He's a bit lively because he's had a bit of a rest, but come here, come on. On a cold December evening, that is pretty mega. Hang on, darling. Wait there, wait there, wait there. There we go. Have a look at that. At 27.6. Oh, so lively. Come on, stay still. Stay still. But yeah, that is pretty amazing. Over the moon with that one. What a brace of fish for the end of December. Absolutely made up like you wouldn't believe. Yes. Right, I'll show you the other side and then we'll get this one back. I haven't put the rods back out, so we'll get them done as soon as this one waddles back. Right. That's absolutely amazing. Awesome, awesome fish. That is so elated to get that one. That is mega. Yes! Mega. So yeah, absolutely what a start, you know, to have a 33 pounder literally Christmas week. It was just fantastic, absolutely over the moon. A short while later, 2 a.m. in the morning, rod melted off, jumped out of the bivvy, literally heavy sleet and snow, and after playing the fish, it literally just holding onto the rod with the sleet and snow hitting the face, went in the net, and that resulted in this absolutely beautiful 31 pounder. This is the footage from that, so I'll throw that up now. Check this fish out. Actually snowing right now. Camera's picking that up. It's been battering down with rain all evening. It's 2 a.m. in the morning now, and now the rain is now turning to snow. So yeah, maybe you could call this a snow carp. It's not settling, but it's snowing on him, so I'll take that all day long. Oh, what a session. 3 fish so far, and this one going 31.8. Over the moon, to say the least. That is a mega session, without a doubt, for the last session of 2020. What a result. Right, I'm going to show you the side of this lovely beastie. It's probably going to be white over in the morning because it's coming down a bit thicker now, the snow. But there's the other side of that awesome fish. 31.8, mega, absolutely mega. Snowing on the carp. Oh, that's better than that. So there you go, guys. What an absolutely wicked way to finish 2020. An amazing session for December. To have 3 fish, 2 30s in there, and that beautiful scaly 27. I was elated. You know, that was literally a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, it was just a great way to finish off the year. And here we are now in 2021. We've got loads of angling planned this year. Hopefully this COVID gets under control and these restrictions can be let loose and we can all go back to our normal life, I suppose, you know, back fishing when we want to fish, and heading over to France. I've got a trip planned back to Moorlands in April, end of April, so I'm dearly hoping we can get there this year. I've got a new water that I joined last June and I haven't even walked around it yet, so I'm fingers crossed. I really want to get over there and get started, get my teeth into that water, and yeah, no doubt there are going to be a couple of more sort of fishery tours under the Carp Files brand. So yeah, hopefully lots planned this year. And this sort of brings us into the first session of 2021. It is about 9:45 in the morning now, so we've got about 7.5 hours light left. You can fish an hour into dusk during these restrictions that we're in at the moment, so yeah, that'll take us till around sort of 5:30, I think, and then we'll be on our toes and heading home. So I'm going to finish my brew. He'll no doubt want the dregs of it, and during the next sort of 7 hours or so, hopefully one of those 3 rods will rattle and we can get the first fish of 2021 under our belts. Over to the carp gods. Here's open. rest of that session passed without a single show or sign of any carp, and sure enough the first day session blank was registered. I returned a few days later for another go in search of my first carp of 2021, and after a cold day behind the rods and a windburnt face to show for it, I finally got my prize. Oh, what a result. I am absolutely over the moon, like you wouldn't believe. Just chuffed as nuts. Oh man alive. An awesome fish on a day, so I am so glad I came back down the lake. It's been a very sort of quiet day as well, same as the other time. Haven't seen anything, and then literally about an hour ago I just scanned the water for anything with the binoculars again. And about 70 yards I just saw a couple of plumes of bubbles, literally no bigger than sort of half a ground sheet, just like 10 bubbles popped up, and I was like, there they are. Whacked one over there, and literally 20 minutes later it's away. So I could not be happier, I really couldn't. Makes all the effort worthwhile, and it's only days, but when they look like that, that is an absolute wicked fish. Do you reckon, Henry? You happy with that one? Oh man, just over 26.2 this one went, but that is an absolute belter. Days only, lockdown January, and we've got a lovely fish, and more importantly it's the first fish of 2021, so can't say more than that, can we? Absolutely elated. I'm not fishing with any bait, I'm literally just fishing singles and just like I said, just fired it out to where I saw those bubbles. But believe me guys, you need to invest in binoculars, because they literally give your eyes 10 times the power, and that's the only reason I caught this fish, is because I found where they were sitting. Oh, so happy. Right, I'm going to just show you the other side of these. This is beautiful, look at the colours on it. Absolutely mega orange looking mirror. But oh man, as you can see it's another dull January day, but I couldn't give a monkeys when we are cradling beautiful carp like that. That is absolutely mega. Yes. Oh man, yes. So happy, so happy. Thank you, January lockdown. Right, thank you ever so much for watching the vlog. This is the last cut of this video, and no doubt we'll catch you in the spring for more antics. And as I said earlier, I'll film everything from now into the spring, and then hopefully we can show you a few more of these when this horrible lockdown is over. Yes! Mwah!